So this is fantastic. Look at this. Yes. But I said I was gonna give you the full ultimate tour. Clearly I was not kidding around. Clutch, clutch, clutch. Welcome to Hello, I Am Clutch, where I am here today at the House on the Rock, my favorite attraction in the entire country. And for this video, this is actually the third part of a video where we're going through all the sections of the house. I've already done section 1 and 2. If you haven't seen those videos, you can see them in the section description below. What you're seeing behind me is actually at the end of section 2. So you can go to there to see more of that. But now we're actually going over here, you can see, to section 3 through that guy's mouth to check out my actual favorite room in the entire place. So please follow me. So as we get swallowed by this behemoth of a thing, we enter what is my favorite room, known as the organ room. Look at this. This is a place that camera will not do it justice. I'm going to try to show you as many angles as possible. This is the organ room. There's organs galore in here. There's pipes. There's chandeliers. It is dark. It is ominous. It is like walking through a crazy dark ride in here. It's a humongous, humongous room. I love it in here. I'm going to show you every single angle I can. What's great is you can see just how big the room looks, but you can't actually tell where you're going to be walking next. So as we go through it, you go in and out and up and down. And so I am beyond thrilled to finally make it to section 3. It takes that long to get here to what is my favorite room in the entire place. So let's start exploring the organ room. So just to go back to that absolute first part, I just want to show you, like, there's so much. Because it's dark in here, it's sometimes hard to see. But like, if you look, there's like all these whiskey jugs on these whiskey barrels here. That's amazing. There's just insane, huge machinery in this room, along with organs. Like actual, like, I mean, not human organs, but like, you know, the organs you play, you can kind of hear it. But like, again, more of these jugs over here. There's some like random staircases where like, it feels like this is where you used to be able to go. That would go up there, but it's not there. It's just one scary labyrinth. And I love this room. Like, look how it goes. And it's just insane. Oh my gosh, I love this. Just the way you can't tell what this all is. Like, how did they get it in here? I'm assuming they built the building around all of this, but like, you can kind of see in the background here, this is a chandelier made of chandeliers. I'm sure we'll get a better angle in just a little bit, but there's just, oh my God, just, I don't know, there's something just ominous about this room, about what it feels like. It's like dark and scary. I think that's why I like it. I like the macabreness of it. They got all this, like, again, it's an organ room, so there's lots of weird, interesting things as well. Like, look at all the pipes. Look at all these pipes. I just love the different angles you get here. It is all just so beautiful and wonderful. Oh my gosh. And now, so if you did need to, if you see here, there's a stairway bypass. If you need to bypass that, you can go down. So we're probably gonna look at both things just to make sure we don't miss a single inch of this place. Here's another angle of this place. Again, just the angles don't stop angling. Look at this organ right here. I'll get closer to that in a little bit, but there's 5 big organs in here apparently, and so much other stuff like whiskey stills and things like that. Like, that's a humongous whiskey still right there. There's another humongous organ up there. It's on the ceiling. There's more jugs, suits of armor. It just doesn't stop. So we're gonna go up this ramp because we can do the stairs. So we're gonna walk around here and see some more of this. It just, every angle, like, you have to stop almost like every 5 feet because you see a new set of things from a new angle. There's that chandelier again. And like this bridge with like creepy people things up there. I don't know, it's just wonderful. Like, you can't even tell how deep it goes. It goes so deep down there. I know I'm zooming in and out quick. There's just so much to see. And another fun staircase like that looks like it goes to nowhere, but I guess it's how you got up to there before. Oh my gosh, there's just so much great stuff here. Like, look at this organ. Here's another organ. It's almost like, I mean, it's like an angled piano in the back there. Like, do you see that? It's like the piano is, I know it's a little dark, but piano is regular, and then like, it's almost like if you're looking top down at a piano there. So that is just a fascinating thing. I don't know. Just, like, this is like a tower of drums, I am exasperated because it's just so cool, everything here. And I just love that when you walk into this room, you can't tell what it all is. Like they would have had to have built this room around the stuff in here. Like I don't think you can get it out. And there's like these towers here. I don't know, this room, I don't know if you can fully get the sense of it on the actual camera here. So I implore you, if you please can, and you want to, come to the House on the Rock. This is incredible. We're gonna keep looking at some more stuff. Here's just a closer look of like that upright piano type of situation where like the keys are like this, and then the piano is like right there, and it's like straight up. I don't know if that's something different than just a piano, just at a different angle, but it's cool. So going on this next like little bridge here, again, you're not exactly sure where it's gonna go, and like there's just, it looks like a calliope-ish. Like these look like wind chimes. Like look how high we are. Look how much you can see. It's crazy. And it looks like wood to me. I can't quite tell, but like those look like wind chimes, like that would be hit and make the wind chime sound. But like this is just amazing. Like having the tree in here, that's its own interesting contraption. This is a humongous clock. That's a humongous clock. Humongous wooden clock. And it looks Rube Goldberg-y. It looks like something would like roll down there at this point and then like make it spin. I don't even know. Yeah, you can see kind of like an elevator type thing here. This is amazing. And I think, again, something I've said a couple times already that I think is fascinating about the House on the Rock is that so much of this isn't actually, there's no like words to explain what you're looking at. And I kind of think that mystery is what makes it better. But I like that there's all these bells up here. Look at, they get bigger and bigger and bigger. It's just it's fascinating. I love this so much. And like something I'm gonna point out to you is you wouldn't even know it's here. So like, do you see what I'm seeing already? Do you even see it? I know it might be a little brighter on the camera, so you probably see it because I'm also pointing right at it. Just hidden behind the trees. Big steam engine. Come on, House on the Rock, calm it down. So we just climbed some stairs in the far corner, and now this is kind of the most open it's been so far. Like the machinery in here is insane. Like look at the coils on that thing there. And then you got the chandelier of chandeliers, which is insane. And like this humongous still Tesla looking thing, like this feels like it could fit right out of Voltron out of Europa Park. And I've never been there and I'm making that connection. Like this looks crazy. Like we're gonna get down there to really get closer. Like it looks like you're in some mad scientist laboratory. That's a good way to put it. Good job, Clutch. You made a connection. Looking down from that same place, like just look at the way like the ramps are there, and then there's a bridge over here that I think you can walk on some of these. I think that what's interesting about it is like there's stuff you can walk on, stuff you can't, and again, you can't tell in this room where you're gonna go, where exactly you're gonna be. And that's what I love about it. It's a humongous room in total. And again, it's just, this is what the nostalgia room needs, is more crisscross applesauce. So just came down these stairs, and obviously more amazingness. We'll go there in just a sec, but right around here, you can kind of peek into this room. It looks like their organ storage room. Like there's an accordion, but there's also many pipes in here. That is neat. I'm about to sneeze. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh, I teased you again. I can't believe I teased you again. Just going over the next bridge to the next place. It really is quite a labyrinth, but again, it's not actually labyrinthian because there's bars everywhere. Like you can go down here, but it's actually, this is a dead end. But it's not the deadest end because we got organ number 1. Look at that thing. And then organ number 2. Look at these. Like, how does someone learn to play that? This is like, it's like looking inside of like a whale and seeing a million teeth. Gosh. Look at that one, and then look at this one again, and then tell me to stop this shot. I'm not doing it. This is the other side of that humongous Tesla coil thing that we saw when we were at the top looking down on the great chandeliers. Again, just the mechanics in it are crazy. Something I'll just say really quick now while we're here is I think we actually leave the organ room and we come back, because I think for like this stuff over here, I think that's part of our way out. So again, they'll guide you. There's like continue signs everywhere. Yeah, it's under that light right there. But like, so you go this way, but I think you leave this room and you come back. So, but there's still more right now, but we also have a lot more in the near future. So it's just, I love the way this place is set up. It's just wonderful. So like, cause like we're going down, we're going deeper. You don't realize how deep this goes. So like, we're gonna go down to where we were just a moment ago, and then we're gonna see some, I guess, extra streets of yesterday. Anyway, let's go get closer to all this other fun stuff. Got some cool, like, interesting kind of music box things here. It's like a piano with like little gadgets and things in there. But over here we got some more mechanical things, which is cool. And you got another smaller organ, a reasonable size organ. But then we're actually now at the bottom, if you remember, of all those pipes and those things that might be trees. Not 100% sure. Also, a small typewriter collection for some reason. Not entirely sure why. And of course, you can see back there, you still got even more of those barrels with the big jugs and whiskey things there. I'm not sure what that's all about. It's another thing that's just random. And what's crazy is actually, if you look around this whole room, I haven't really been pointing out, but there's like steins hiding. Look, there's steins there, and then way over here, there's steins hiding there. It's amazing. But, and now, just again, give you some perspective, we're at the bottom of that big wooden clock, the one with like the Rube Goldberg machine thing looking at the top. You can't really see it too well, but that steam engine train thing. And then this, what is this? It's just these humongous coils, all this machinery, gadgets, things, no explanation. We don't need an explanation. This is House on the Rock. You see what you see and you don't understand it and you like it. And then look at this column, see? More steins, they're hiding everywhere. The steins are hiding. So maybe go back, look at some of the footage, see if you can see some steins in some of the previous shots. So that might be part of an engine. There's the back of that Tesla thingy. It's got a propeller. So I wonder if that was part of the engine of a boat. That actually is the thing that makes the most sense. So yeah, look at that. There's a propeller. This is the bottom of that humongous Tesla thingy, and that's fantastic. And then here's a great shot of that clock. Oh my gosh, we gotta save the clock tower. Save the clock tower! And then from the bottom of that, you actually go, I think, outside for a little bit. We'll get closer there and show you that. So I think we go outside for just a moment, and then we come back inside to go to all of that. And now that we're at the bottom of the clock, you can see like the path that this would take, and like it comes down here, and they got the balls down here that, like, I guess power the machine. Man, I'd love to see this thing work and how it works. And another deep cut video game reference. This reminds me heavily of a certain kind of thing that's in Resident Evil 8. If you know, you know. So I guess going outside here is called Inspiration Point. So let's see if we could get to the point and be inspired. So the inspiration seems to be another place to get some food. No, I think this is just another rest area. There is like some outside stuff to go look at, so I think we're gonna go out there, just check it out. I do like this. This definitely has a strong the land vibe from Epcot from like the 80s, when probably like Food Rocks and Kitchen Cabaret were still there. So just love the aesthetic of this. But anyway, we're gonna go outside really quick, show you what there is to see, because I think you're able to see the house a little bit, and so might get some good shots of that. Going outside, we gotta find that point of inspiration, because so far I'm not inspired at all. So we got another one of these wonderful big jug thingies, and then there's a little walkway here. So let's go down this walkway, see what we can find. I'm pretty sure it's the end of the walkway. I think this is a dead end, if I recall, but I think you're able to see stuff from here. So first of all, lovely to get outside. It is quite the juxtaposition from that humongous dark organ room we were just in. So this is not the rock the house is on, because as you can see, no house on that rock. So, but what you can see, let's see if we can do it through the, yeah, there it is, okay. There is the actual infinity room up there. So we were up there a long time ago. So this is one of the best views you kind of get of the house, kind of. So, because again, so many trees you can't see it, but the house on the rock is all in that area there. And then this is the, let me pan out a little bit. That's the infinity room all the way up there, going down there. And now I'm inspired to go. back into the house on the rock. Again, I don't normally like to go into bathrooms, but this one I just have to show you this craziness with the bears and the sinks and the separated urinal. I don't know. This is a special one. So I had to share. I made sure there was no one in here. Don't worry. And here we are, continuing back into the organ room, which we saw just moments ago. Nothing too exciting at this immediate moment because it's stuff we've already seen. But as we come down, we have the dark streets of yesterday. I don't know what you want to call it, but there's some more fun stuff here. Again, very much like what you saw earlier with like little shop windows and things like that. It just has kind of a darker vibe to it. But again, what I do love is that, again, you get new perspectives. Like, we're at the bottom of this humongous thing, which is next to the chandelier of chandeliers, and just this feels like something outside of like Darkmoor and Epic Universe. Another place I haven't been to at the time of recording. I've just seen pictures, so it makes me think it might look like that. Oh my gosh, but there's just so much great stuff here that you can see in these windows. It's just, I don't know, the red and the black gives it just a fun dark vibe. We do have a little token guy here. This one is not super exciting, so I'm gonna take a quick pass on that, but just wanted to show you that it existed there. I mean, just look at all this. Look at this danger, high voltage, all that. I mean, that looks like a Frankenstein laboratory thing if I ever saw one. So kind of hidden in the back, we have some, like, a bunch of looks like music machine boxes. That's kind of what it looks like. The paper, it's a little hard to see, but it looks like what would be going through all these calliopes and organs to make the music. And I just think these standing things are just so cool looking. But then what we have here looks like we got like the comfiest like snow sleds in the world. Like, this looks great. Like, they should Airbnb this. I mean, my gooseness. It looks so nice and comfortable. Like, I love this. I don't think I've ever seen carriages like this. Again, no explanation to what it actually is, but it looks like snow sleds to me. And so that's really cool. And then, like, this almost just looks like someone's laboratory down here. Again, like someone's like music laboratory. A bunch of kind of open machines and pieces and things, and I just love it. And we're like, you're kind of going under stuff here, so it's getting a little bit more closed in because we're actually in the corner of the room. But we're having a great time. Like, again, look, the perspectives just keep on perspectiving. I don't even know how to say it. There's just every corner you go around, like, you discover something new in this room. Again, it's why it's my absolute favorite room in the entire house. Just what you see. Again, I like the dark vibe of it. Like, look at all the pipes on the ceiling right here. It's just insanity. It's wonderful. I just love the way it looks. And I love how you walk around and, like, you're back where you were before, but from a different place. More hidden steins. We've seen these guys before. So you're kind of seeing how, oh, I didn't even notice this before. Do you see this in the back? I was right here the whole time. Look at, oh, it's a little too dark. You might be able to see it from a distance, but like there's humongous pipes up there. Like ginormous pipes. That, I haven't even seen that. Again, just because I'm a little farther away and now looking a little differently, because since I've already been here, I'm looking farther. I'm looking up, I'm looking down, I'm looking left, I'm looking right. There's so much amazing stuff here. Gosh, I love this. This is just, it's just fantastic. Like, again, more steins, more stuff. And remember, we were on this, see, we were on that side, now on this side. We were on that side, now on this side. This side, right there, this is where we are. And I'm just so excited. I love this room. I love walking around it. I think the way it just circles back on itself, the way it kind of overlaps is what makes it so great. And I want to thank you for walking through the organ room, but we still have, oh, this house, it keeps on housing, so let's keep going. So one little last thing for the organ room as we go in the hallway. There's more pipes and organs and things down here. And now we're gonna continue into the next room. And you thought we were done seeing carousels. Well, you would be wrong. We have the doll carousel here. So there's actually two of them. This is kind of insane. There's one here, there's one there. We're gonna walk around. Actually, I think circle back in this room a couple times. And like, let's walk down here. I'll show you what it looks like a little bit as you go, because this will take us to some of the rest of what we have in this third place. So like, this is like a 3-story carousel of dolls. It's kind of crazy. And this feels still kind of an extension-ish of the organ room. So I like that about it. So while we get a tease of this carousel here, you can see we're gonna get up there and we're gonna get closer to it in a sec. So now what we're going to is, I believe, a bunch of dollhouses, circus stuff, and galleries. A lot of really interesting stuff in here. So let's keep going. All right, and this is the dollhouse section, which is appropriately named. As you can see, many dollhouses. Now, I am a big fan of miniatures. I go to a few miniature museums that I've been to before. Something about this one just doesn't hit the same. I can't quite explain it. I think because it's not with as much context, it's just looking at random dollhouses. It doesn't hit the same where I went to the miniature time machine museum. I can't say it. It's in the top corner. Click that card if you want to go see it. It's in Tucson, Arizona. Amazing place, but it is done with a different level of care than this. So there's a lot to actually see here. Like, you can look at all these miniatures, and I think they're nice, they're cute, but for me, just for some reason, does not hit quite the same, but I still like it. I still enjoy it. When I say it doesn't hit the same, what I mean is, I love everything here, but on the list of things, how I'd rank them, this would be lower on the list. That's all I mean. I do love it all. It's just kind of a section to go a little bit faster through, I think, at least for me. But it is fun to see like all the different details. I like when you can see all like the different rooms in one house like that. I find that to be a fun thing. Like this, we got like a gas station over here that was probably from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So within the dollhouse area, not exactly sure what this is, but when you put a token in, it starts playing some music and stuff. What it looks like to me, I think these are old wax cylinders. And if you, I'm trying to read it as I'm looking, but like, that's what it looks like. And it looks like you might put them on there and then it would play up here. So it's like old wax cylinders were a way of recording audio and then playing it back. It's a really cool, really old technology that I think is cool. And I've never seen it like as a carousel like this. So even though nothing is happening, the idea of this is still pretty cool to me. So continuing more doll houses. Again, you can like, I mean, creepy. It's neat. There's a lot of it. It just doesn't hit the same for me. Anyway, but I want you to see it because it is quite impressive how much there is. I think the difference between dollhouses and miniatures is like everything is perfectly to scale. Everything is like this over here. This I kind of like more. Again, I kind of said a moment ago, I like when you can see in the dollhouses when like you're getting the open side and seeing like all the rooms, feeling like it's alive, like it has energy. I think that gets me a little bit more because there's not much to like spy for in here or see. But it's still neat, and I appreciate that they've made these galleries to show all this stuff. So, gotta show it to you because it's all here and it is part of the experience. But it is quite a large part, but it's almost like a calmer part compared to some of what we've seen so far. So it makes it, in a way, a little easier because like I feel like the organ room is very overstimulating, where this is relatively calm. So maybe it's here on purpose as a calmer change of pace, but like, because it is kind of weird, I think, to see like a house with a giant doll right there. So like the perspective isn't consistent in that way, where when I've gone to other miniature places, the whole place is trying to be one consistent unit. Where here, this is just dollhouse, there's a dollhouse, there's a humongous monster doll. And then we have, continuing to the next section, which I do like a little bit more, obviously, to tease you, we have another room to kind of let you know what we're about to see, another big machine. So what do you think it's going to be? It's going to be circus stuff, so circus miniatures. So I'm a little excited for that, because that has, in Clutch's heart, circus miniatures definitely more fun than dollhouses. So, circus! Let's go check out all the circus McGurkus that we got going on. Whoa, actually I forgot how big this one is. I mean, it's as big as the dollhouse, but you got so much here. So, let's look at what we got here at this hall of circus craziness. So you got over here, starting with not so much a circus, but I guess like a show with many people doing things. There's fire breathers, dancers, you got Cracker Jacks, you got a band. You gotta point out the band. So I just like that there is like so much stuff here. Like I do enjoy this humongous tent with a humongous crowd in the background. So like I might go back and forth because they got a circus over here, and then they also have a circus over here. So you see all the elephants and things like that, and then you got a circus over here, multiple circus. I don't know why there's so many competing circuses so near each other, but that's how the House on the Rock goes, I guess. So the circus room is pretty cool. I do like how much there is. I know there's something really, really great at the end of this whole circus section that I'm really, really excited about. But like, I think the thing that this place could use is more motion. Like these models, I feel like there should be like buttons you can push to like make little things happen, or just, it would be great if it was like, if it just was doing that all the time, or like just a little bit of motion, because it feels like look at this. This feels like they should be spinning or something, or like even if you had like these sea lions with the ball spinning, that'd be great. Or like if there's just like a parade, like if they look like they're supposed to be on a parade, and if they're moving around, I think that would make this just a lot better. It's still great, but it just feels like it needs more motion. But then look at these huge trains back here. Look at that. That's kind of fun. It's funny because there's like no model trains really at this place. There are trains at times, so when I see a train, Clutch's gotta stop and capture that train. I don't know about you, but this is making me really want some animal crackers. So as we're continuing along, it's just like, it's like circus scene after circus scene. Continue circus scene. This one's less popular. As you can see, there's a lot less people in the audience of this circus, so this one must not be as good. I do think, like the dollhouse section, what impresses me is just how much circus stuff there is. Like, it's not just like a circus scene. It is a dozen circus scenes, and so to have this much is kind of impressive. But honestly, again, going back to the idea of the motion and things like that, I'll leave a link in the description of the video, but like I went to Fort Cody Trading Post in the middle of Nebraska. And in that video, they have a Buffalo Bill kind of scene with like his show and his circus, and things are moving, things are happening, and like there's a show that goes off every now and again, and that just feels much more alive than even this does. So like, if you want to see like what the idea of what I'm talking about, go watch that video. Again, it's part of a video where I also went to the Golden Spike Tower, so you go check that video out. Description in the description, I'll have a link there. But I like this. I wish it was more alive. So at the end of the hall here, it's not the end of the circus section, we come down here, you see there's kind of a big, more open space. But what is exciting to me, and I please hope it works, is look up here. A humongous animatronic band that I know plays music. Now, I have not been here when they've played, and they're not playing right now, so hopefully we will see that. I actually think what is down here is a little bit cooler, because I'm already seeing down here, let's go, we have a roller coaster. So that's cooler, that's something new, and some more trains, So I love that there's a roller coaster here, and you can see that. See, I think it gets a little too repetitive in the circus area for my taste. And so this is cool. Again, it would be great, it looks like it could move, so it'd be great if it actually did move. So, but this is amazing actually here. This is what we need. We need this variety, a tower of elephants with people on it. This is wonderful. So hopefully what we're gonna have though is I'm gonna get up there at some point. I think we take some ramps. Yeah, it looks like some ramps down there. And then we'll get up there to see this band hopefully actually play. But first, a few more circus things. All right, let's try the funny bone tester. We got a token, we got a funny bone that needs to be tested. Let's go give it a try. Let's see what we got. All right. Oh God. Yeah, that's not terrifying at all. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look away, children. Look away. All right, just tell me. I'm hilarious. You see that? Look at that. Clutch is hilarious. Leave a comment in the comments section if you think the funny bone tester is working. So this is kind of cool. So this looks like it's a circus on a boat. It looks like this was like a traveling circus or something that was on some sort of like a vessel that went on the water. And I think, again, you're kind of mixing it up a little bit here. This is cool. I think this is much better. And we actually have another bigger one. We got the circus fleet here. It looks like a big old paddle boat. Obviously, you're not seeing inside of this one, but it says Spalding and Rogers Floating Palace. Like, I don't know, this boat, this type of thing, obviously it feels very Rivers of America Disney vibe, and I really love that. So this is fantastic. There's actually a few of these paddle boats. There's another one over here at the bottom of this ramp. You can see there's some way over there, and so there's a lot there. Now, in this big old middle section, again, it's not much. It's just kind of a big, open there's some trains and some more circus stuff. It's really repetitive of what was in the other section. So again, this section has a different vibe to it, but at least it does have the great animatronic band, and we're gonna go up there and see if it plays anytime soon. Going up this ramp, and they finally have something that I was asking for. We got a button to push. Let's push the button. Push the button. Ah, makes them go. Why is this so fun for me? I'm almost 40. So as we're climbing up to the second level, we got like these clockwork things. They're not in motion, but they look like they would possibly move a little bit, but I'm not sure. Like this looks like it would rock back and forth a little bit. I love mechanical things like this. I love old mechanical. It looks like this would happen where like this would go around the ladder, and there's a whole bunch of them here. There's a lot of cool ones. Like there's this one like looks like got a tunnel of love, dark ride, gotta love a dark ride. And so there's a lot of little interesting things here as you're climbing up to see just like these mechanical machines, and I really like that. Again, I would love to see them in motion, but seeing them here though is still pretty cool. And as you can see, it goes for a while. There's quite a lot of them. So here's the orchestra as we're getting a little higher. Now it does say over there, orchestra is under repair. So I think once again, I'm unfortunately not gonna get to see them play, but if you're looking closely, some of them, wait, well, I spoke way too soon. Here they go. Oh, I'm so happy. I've never seen this in person before. This is great. So there was a fire here sometime within the last year, and I believe it caused a little bit of damage to this section. So maybe parts are under repair, but not the whole thing. So maybe the orchestra is under repair, but not these guys. Fantastic. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy I got to see this. Look at that, we got a French horn over here. We got what might be a flugelhorn. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know the instruments as well, but this is great. Look at that. Fantastic. Oh, I'm so happy that I got to see this. I was gonna say I saw some of them moving, but now they're actually playing. This is great. Orchestra is most definitely not under repair. It is going. Oh my gosh, I don't have the best angle, so I think we're gonna get a different angle in just a few moments as we go around, so I can see this a little bit better. But at least now you can see on the side, they are moving. They're alive. Go orchestra, go! We'll see you again in just a few moments. Ask and your prayers will be answered. Push buttons, push buttons, push buttons. It's making things move. We get to see them move. Look at that. Yes, there's more, there's more, there's more. That moves, that moves. Oh, yes, yes. Not all of them are moving, but some of them are moving. House on the Rock is slightly delivering. Here's some more. Look at this one. Look, they're going to the moon. And they're spinning. And they're dancing? I don't know. And oh, this is great. This is fantastic. Like, look at that. Look at those waves. Look at those waves. This is awesome. I love this. It's like they knew what I wanted and they did it. Like as we come around the corner here and we get to the other side of that orchestra, like there are just so many of them. Like look how many. Some of them have the buttons. So like, let's see if I can get the tunnel of love to work over here. Nope. But we got a cake spinning. We got a cake spinning. That's pretty great. And you got diamonds being made. That's pretty great. That's pretty great. And this one is imploring me. This one says, please push buttons. Well, I can't deny you. A whole new world. A paddle boat. Some mice with a violin. So on the other side of that area, we got like this big like bandwagon as they call it. Apparently it's under repair a little bit. I can't really see where any damage is, so that's great. But like, this is humongous and crazy how big this is. But look at this. Here's the orchestra. This is incredible. I can't believe how this looks, and I'm so glad like you can kind of see some of their heads move and things like they move a little bit at a time. So I didn't realize, I guess it is a token thing. So that's how it went. It's not just any time, but so I will obviously put a token in this one. We're gonna see this thing in action. All right, the token's in, and it seems like the bandwagon starts first. and then I think we'll get to the orchestra. So we'll see, hopefully them kick in just a moment, but at least we're getting the other side of that band. Look at these guys go. Yes, go man, go. Good. Yes, yes, yes. So it's interesting that they say the bandwagon's under repair when stuff is a-working. So it might just be that, again, not everything is working as much as they expect it to. But still, I'm happy to see it work in any capacity. But I'm excited for this to kick in. So we're gonna start focusing here because, like, it is kind of impressive and scary how much you got up here. So they look like they're ready. I see lots of good instruments here. Got a whole orchestra. You guys can go whenever you want because these guys, they're lighting it off for you. All right, there you go. Yes. Clutch is so happy. Check it out. Look at that. Crazy. I love it. It's not quite our finale yet. Still, if you can believe it, there's still more. And so we're gonna go there in a sec. But like, look at this. This is fantastic. And I like the way things move, the way things go up and down. Yeah, I think with saying the orchestra is under repair, not every single piece is working right now, but enough to still get you this show. So this is fantastic. Look at this. Yes. And I said I was going to give you the full ultimate tour. Clearly, I was not kidding around. Clutch, clutch, clutch. So I believe that's the end of the circus section, and now we're going to the gallery section. So, I mean, we've already seen collections of collections, and I think we have even more collections of weird things here. So right now it seems like a lot of ammunition and firearms inside of interesting cases here. So again, it's one of those places where I could show you so much, I could stay forever. But there's like particular interesting things like this leg. Look at this leg. It's got a gun in it, and it's a fake leg, and that's just so. I would love to stay here and show you so much. Again, the fullest tour could show you every little thing that is possibly here. It would take just way too long, but like looking around, there is so much interesting, ornate stuff in here, as well as just like, I like these cases. I do think these cases are fun. That gun looks like an axe. Anyway, there's a lot of interesting things if you look close, and I think this is kind of a neat gallery. Like, look at this. This looks like carved whalebone. That's insanity. Anyway, got some more gallery things to look at over here as well. So we'll get a little closer look and see what is what. So this looks like it's just a bunch of, again, kind of Asian-inspired things and memorabilia. Again, there's no labels to let me know what are we looking at. It does seem like there's some interesting like stuff carved out of, I'm assuming bone, but I don't know for sure because again, it does look like that. So it is fascinating what is being collected here. We got a humongous vase. It's becoming a little bit more just like normal-ish museum, but we still have that doll carousel to look at a little bit more. That's going to be fun in a few moments. I know there's a few other kind of medieval things coming up as well. That's going to be fun. And there is another look at that humongous carousel from another angle. So stay tuned for still some more cool stuff. So here we go. This is something that I like of these galleries, this kind of like medieval armor section. This is, again, I have something of a gothic love of vibe, I guess. Like it's just such a crazy scene here, and it's kind of awesome. So I like this gallery probably more than the other one. The other two we just went in with the what is it? The guns and stuff and the Asian stuff. So this is, I don't know, I just love this scene. There's people dying. There's bloody screaming. There's a horse with his tongue out. Who knows? And then over here we got a lot of cool just suits of armor. So I feel like you don't always get super close to suits of armor. So this is just cool to see things like that. And so I quite enjoy this section compared to what we were just seeing a moment ago. Anyway, looking over here, we got another like diorama scene. This seems to have a samurai in it as well. So again, there's no context at all to what we're looking at. So it's kind of just funny that we're seeing these crazy scenes with no understanding what it is. But I like that you got, I like the way they set the scene. And so it's really cool here. And like, look at this. This is actually a really cool one because they have a bunch of animals in armor. Like there's a whole elephant in armor here. There's, it looks like a dog maybe, or a lion, or a mountain lion type of thing in armor. I don't even know. They're not even specifying. Like, look at this. This guy is being completely thrown by the elephant. That's amazing. So this scene, I don't know. I like the medieval armor section, so it's absolutely worth it to keep going and checking all this out. I mean, you actually have to go forward to go backwards, so it's how it works. And next they have a whole case of like the crown jewels. Obviously these are replicas, none of this is real, so, well, I don't know that. They don't label anything, so who really knows? Maybe they stole these. Anyway, whole bunch of just like the British family kind of stuff. We got some more over here, and they even have a whole model of Buckingham Palace, just because why not? And here we have the Holy Hand Grenade of Antioch. And now leaving the galleries to get back to the clutch stuff. I mean, it's all clutch stuff. So we're back into that organ extension room where you have that doll carousel. I love this room. Like, again, we're back to the dark gothic vibes. I love that. And again, there's two of them. There's one right here. There's one over there. And I think we go up this spiral staircase to kind of see them from different angles. So let's check out these different angles. Got what appears to be a humongous like water wheel type thing here. I don't know. It's so interesting that they put all the tree stuff in here because it feels like you are outside while this is happening, which I love. But here's a close look at this carousel. Now we will, I think, be going up that ramp up there to get another look at the other layers as we get higher. But you can see there's a lot of like chandeliers in here, and it's just for some reason a creepy doll carousel. So that's carousel number 1 for you, and we're gonna see it again in just a moment. Oh, I really like this. This is cool. This is like fantasy world stuff. This actually really looks like, and I hope I get this right, I think I want to say at Meowwolf in Denver. There's 4 different planets. One I believe is called Numia, and there's a castle that looks very similar to this. The planet doesn't matter, but the castle looks really similar to this that they have there. So check that out if you haven't seen that before. But if you look over here to the right, we got a lot of like more carousel, like the main carousel stuff, like a lot of horses and things that aren't on the main carousel. And I just like that they have these stairways that you're not allowed to go on, but there's some more creepy dolls, and it's just never ending. This place is never ending. All right, and here's carousel number 2, or was it number 1 because of where we were before? Anyway, you can see a much closer look at some of the horses. There's zebras. There's some regular stuff in here, but for some reason it's a creepy doll carousel. I love that it is like 2 stories tall. I mean, look at that. So we got 1, 2, 3, technically like 4 tiers, 3, I guess, floors of carousel. So that's just, I don't know, it's just impressive. I love it. I think this is the stuff that really gets me. And again, like, there's the variety within it. Like, if you kept looking, you would spot new things every time you walk around as it goes, and you go up and it spins. So much fun stuff to see. And it's kind of cool to get to the top of a carousel. How often do you see the top of a carousel? Well, today on a Hello, I Am Clutch, you get to see the top of a creepy doll carousel. There you go. You're welcome. I just realized that from the top of the creepy doll carousel number 2/1, I don't know, that the walkway here had like the wood slats on top. I love that. We're inside. You don't need to do that, but they did. Also, I realized what this big wheel was. It was not a water wheel. Can you see this? Can you see this? It's a cannon. And back to creepy other carousel with the dolls. Like a lot less horses. Like this one really is just like dolls sitting next to chandeliers. No horses on this one. But this is really cool because again, now look, it's let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different layers going all the way up and down this thing. Like, I love that it is a rotating carousel with the chandeliers. The dolls, I could live without those. So next to the carousel behind the cannon above that, you might notice up here we have not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. I love the darkness of this place. So from that room with all the carousels, we're going up another ramp, and we're actually kind of getting to another view that you can see it in the distance, of that humongous carousel. So we saw people up there before, and now we're going again. If you would like, here's some more dollhouses, some more horses, but once again, I love this. This is a great view as well. Obviously not a surprise, but now you get to be up here to see the greatest carousel in all the world. Just on this balcony, this is fantastic. This is such a great kind of view to get to as you're getting towards some of the end of section 3. So, oh gosh. And it's so fun to get to see it again, because something with this place, as you might have seen, it is quite linear. You don't really circle back and go through any section a second time. So, I guess you kind of, in the organ room, I think this is why I like it, you circle back and see it from different perspectives and such like that. But there's technically never a room you go into in its entirety again. You have to keep moving forward. So to come back in here one last time is wonderful. But anyway, let's keep walking up. On to the right over here, we got, you know, these jaguars pulling this carriage. Love that. And we got a ramp. And so let's see where this door is going to take us. So right before we get to that door, you're actually at the way top of the carousel, and you can kind of peek in. No, not just once today, but twice. You get to look at the top of a carousel and look at the size of this thing. Look at how big it is. And actually what's really cool, you can kind of see on the top edges, there do seem to be horses going around. That is really cool. And just being able to see the top of the inner workings of this like that, you can kind of see it actually better than me because I can hold the camera out for you. So look at this. It's pretty cool. And while it's not totally done, we are definitely going to exit through the gift shop. So let's see. What is it? Oh, no, that's not the gift shop. That's the regular outside. So as we make our way out to the gift shop, and I think we still have the Japanese gardens to see, you can recall a long time ago we were up there and I pointed to this building, and it turns out that's where the carousel is. So there's these other huge warehouse buildings we're gonna eventually go to that house a lot of stuff. Look at this just like maze of walkways. This is just, I don't know, this is visually really cool. I love this. So as we're going up all these ramps and stuff, you're actually able to get another view of the house. It's so hard to see through all the foliage and stuff, but like that's the walkway we took. And up there, you can see that's the outside of the house. Like that yellow stuff right there, and these rocks over here. So that's the actual house on the rock right there. So there's another look for you. And as we come up those ramps, you get a nice little exit through the Japanese garden. Exit and then gift shop are also this way. So there is some nice stuff to look at over here. There's really not too much going on in the Japanese garden other than some tranquility and other words that mean calm that are synonyms. So you see there's got like some bridges over there, which is nice, and they got a nice little water feature in the back. But I do like the view that you get over here because you can see, again, I like that you kind of crisscross over yourself. Where like we started way over there. I think that's where like the gatehouse leaves from, and then you go up that big ramp there to go to the house on the rock. And so we've done quite a lot of walking today. At this point, I've been here, let's check the clockometer. So just to check, we have been here, including lunch, 5.5 hours. And just when you thought it might actually be getting near the end, we have a few more collections. They got phones out here. I don't know, they got a lot of phones. Look at this. I remember this Lego phone. Look at the Lego phone. And they got Mickey phones. A lot more fun phones out here. This is pretty amazing. And they even got, look at that, R2-D2, Winnie the Pooh, and they got a Bozo phone. The world's most famous clown. You've heard of him. We've all heard of him. He's Bozo, the clown. So across from all those phones, we got a lot more of these pots and things just to guide you out, and they block you, and then back over there is the gift shop. So let's check that out. So it's actually a pretty big gift shop, and there's quite a lot to see here. So I'm gonna show you some of the stuff, because oh my gosh, like for some reason, oh I see, the postcards are 26 cents. I thought that was just a funny quirk, but like you can get whatever room you like. That's great. I love this. There's so much here. Oh my gosh. I would take these all and just plaster my wall with them. And then we got a lot of great mugs here. You got like one with like Carousel on it. House on the Rock, established in 1960 there. Like, let's just see like a random one here. How much? This is $14 for this. Like, look at this. I like this one with the color. look inside. There's all there's all the stuff we saw today. There's the actual infinity room. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to go home with so much stuff. There's too much to show you here. You got your House on the Rock Nalgene for $25 here. You can get just regular water bottles here. Let's see these. These are $10 for these wonderful little things. It just keeps going. My gosh, my gosh. And then we got a bunch of fun ornaments over here that show you again things we've seen. And then what's amazing is this. If you look at this here, this is probably the best view of the House on the Rock we've had so far. So now that's kind of what it looks like from the outside. So finally, you're welcome. I quite enjoy this. You got the snow globe, that's a 19, and then the pots that you're seeing everywhere. That's only, what was that? This is only $10 to take this home. And even says on the bottom, House on the Rock there. Can you see it? Can you see it? It's blurry. There you go. It says House on the Rock there for $10. So if you didn't take a million pictures like me, they actually have a picture book you can buy for 20 bucks. It's more than a picture book. It'll show you all the things. It shows you all the place with a little bit more context to actually learn about everything that you just saw. So there's the Spirit of Aviation. Oh, the most boring part. Anyway, there's some more fun stuff. Anyway, it's a great book. It's definitely good to have on your coffee table. Totally is a great one. And here we have a ton of magnets. So these ones over here, it's a little dark to see, but they're only $5 for those. We got a few other good ones over here. You can get something like this up there. Let's check that out. Let's see, that is also $5. So I think these magnets might only be about $5. And there's a lot of pretty good ones. You can get the Octopus Garden if you really want. I like that they kind of do a good job of showcasing all the different rooms and things like that. Or if you just want to see the house itself, there you go. I mean, you got some shirts here. You got a hoodie here. Oh my gosh. You got more shirts over there. You got hats over here. Oh, this is overwhelming even for Clutch. How did I go through... Oh, let's talk to you directly. How did I go through that entire House on the Rock? And this is the overwhelming part. So thank you for coming through section 3 of the House on the Rock with me. Now, overall, I feel like that is my favorite section because of the organ room. Gotta just say it there. I mean, overall, the sum of its parts, who knows? But if you've been with me the whole time, thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming through all of that with me. But if you missed parts 1 and 2, you can see that here and here. So check those out if you haven't before. But again, if you do want to see a different adventure that I've been on, you can see the one that's now over my face. That's a fun venture too. But thank you for coming along with me. Until I see you in the next one, goodbye. I'm still Clutch.